Hello, lovelies. Welcome back. So, some updates. Okay. Also, how cool is my hair? Right? I was just in the mood. I'm like, let's do a video. Well, what does my hair look like? Oh, well. It is what it is. Okay? This is my hair right now. Okay, so last you heard from me, I was thinking I was passing a kidney stone, which I think I did that night. I didn't go to the hospital, but I was at home until like 10 o'clock at night. Hi, puppy. There's puppies everywhere. In pain. My sister came over to maybe take me to the ER. I didn't want to go. I just sat with a heating pad and watched Friends, of course, the one where Joey has the kidney stone and Phoebe has the babies. Hello, puppies. I can't get no peace around here. Puppies. And I just went through the waves of pain and nausea. Wow, I've never felt so sick. And I tried this thing where you drink a whole bunch of water in 10 minutes. I think maybe I'll post some footage of that here as well. And then you like jump up and down, like you jar your body to try to get the kidney stone down. I think it worked. I never obviously passed anything. I ended up having blood in my urine. I don't know if I covered that, but something was definitely going on. I was having my ultrasound the next day, which was a Monday, and I had my ultrasound. By then I was feeling okay, just a little like residual soreness in my left side here. And the ultrasound came back clean, so my kidneys look okay. They couldn't find any stones. And so, yeah, just going to keep monitoring. Going to reevaluate the vitamin C dosing. So right now, like, I'm not on vitamin C. I'm not on the Ibrance. I'm on a break. And then they didn't put a refill in for my Ibrance at 100 milligrams. So I'm going beyond my 1 week break here while waiting for my oncologist. This is the first time they've kind of like, I don't know, feel like dropped the ball. Getting that refill in on the Ibrance. So I'm going on a 1.5 week break here. What are some things I'm noticing? I'm noticing as I do my hair now, after I put like a little product in after I wash it, and I kind of run my fingers through my hair like a little gel or something, I am losing a little bit of hair. I'm not used to losing any hair at all since it's come back this time after round 3 of chemo. So I know that a lot of women experience hair thinning on Ibrance and Letrozole, and I like to feel like I'm immune to everything, but I am starting to notice it fall out a little bit. It's still really healthy and really thick and really curly, and I can't complain. It's amazing, right? It's amazing. I just did a little hot tub, so a morning hot tub here at the Morgan farm, and it's really beautiful here. I love it here. It's really quiet, super peaceful, lots of wildlife and critters and dogs around, and taking a little break from life is nice. My PET scan got canceled. So yes, no, I didn't. I know I was supposed to have a PET scan in 2 days. Well, insurance approval did not come through. So no PET scan, which was just such an emotional roller coaster. Like, I built this PET scan up, like I'm preparing for it. You prepare and you do everything the day before. You go off your meds, you stay really quiet, you can't exercise. And then beyond that, it's just the emotional preparedness that you go through your mind. You try to get your mind really strong and peaceful as you prepare to get your body scanned. And then the results that come after it can be really heavy. You know, I have a little PTSD from that. So I had to get myself. So that morning when I called just to make sure I was on my way to the PET scan, I was like, hey, just want to make sure the insurance approval came through. Just had a gut feeling. Always follow your instincts here. So I called in. They said, oh, no, it's still pending. So I didn't go. I wasn't going to risk that and having to pay out of pocket for a PET scan. Have it scheduled now here for this next week. It's Saturday, and I'm going to go get it on Thursday, so I have a whole week of thinking about it again. And then the thing is, I don't have an appointment with my oncologist until 5 days after my PET scan. So now the question is, am I going to read the results on my own? Although I think they're going to be amazing. I think this tumor, I did see my oncologist, even though I didn't have the PET scan. I hadn't seen her in 3 months, so she could barely feel the tumor right here, and I could feel this little tiny one here that's residual, but she couldn't feel it at all. I just know where, I know where it's at. I'm familiar with it. I can feel it all the time. I've been feeling it getting smaller and smaller. She doesn't seem to think vitamin C has anything to do with anything, which is typical. She's really kind about it, and I really like her. But she still feels like, even though I had just got on the Ibrance, I was only on the Ibrance for 2 weeks, and I'd been on the vitamin C for 4 weeks, and I had a 2-week stretch of vitamin C only and no Ibrance, and my tumor just melted. It just went flat, shrunk right in my chest. And she feels like it was that 2 weeks of Ibrance could have still residually been shrinking the tumor. I don't know. And now that I've been off of vitamin C for 2+ weeks now, and I'm on a 1.5-week break of Ibrance, I feel tumor activity. Like, I can feel now it's starting to hurt more. It's like I don't want to believe it's growing back, but I definitely am in tune when I feel burning and pain here, and sharp pains every once in a while. So I don't know if it's growing back right now. I'm still on the cancer blocking stuff, and I'm really looking forward to a good scan, because I really need it. I really need to feel like something's working to keep me going. So yeah, I'm gonna go to a festival here in a little bit, and in Walla Walla, Washington, and I'm not in Walla Walla right now, but I'm gonna drive to Walla Walla and gonna go to a music festival and hang out with family, my boyfriend's family, and it's gonna be really nice, and prepare for my week ahead. And I'll keep you all posted. I'm gonna still monitor my kidneys, make sure my numbers stay good, and yeah, I'm not gonna let kidney stones happen again. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna drink so much more water and be really good about that. So it's just another thing I get to learn about and take better care of myself. And all right, I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna do some meditation. It's a perfect place to meditate right now, so I'm gonna go get my medis in. Okay, peace, love, and hair grease. Grooving up slowly, he got to do eyeballs. He won holy roller. He got hair down to his knees. I've got to be a joker for forgetting those words. Oh. Hello, lovelies. Oh. As soon as I hit record, I hear a door open. Hold on. Hello again, lovelies. I don't have much time here. Reflecting on the eve before my 8th PET scan. This is PET scan number 8. It's really hard to believe that I'm going on PET scan number 8. Let me just say, I feel truly, truly blessed to have the coverage and the care team that allows me to get the care and the treatment I need to stay on this path of healing. Okay? I will never complain about that. The universe has truly provided for me, and for that, I am eternally grateful. I am so, so grateful. Even today, I had this moment where everything just welled all up in my chest, and I wanted to puke. It was right before and right after a business call that I had to do for work today. And I've just been holding all this in because I have stuff to do. And I try to push things to the back burner, like scans and results of scans. So it's tomorrow. I've built up for this twice because it got moved from last week to this week. So I almost burst out crying today, and I reminded myself how grateful I am. I'm gonna pause. Okay, lovelies, I'm back. I try to keep some privacy. Some of my thoughts and feelings from my babes, from my little young men, although I know that they could
find and watch my YouTube channel anytime. In fact, I think my youngest is a subscriber. So I keep that in mind when I record and post my video, edit and post my videos. There was one that I did have to age restrict, so that way I knew he couldn't watch it. Just didn't, I never want my children to be afraid. I never want them to worry about me. I never want them, I don't want to keep things from them, and I don't want to be deceptive in any way, shape, or form. But growing up as a child, I feel like I wasn't really protected from my reality, from what was going on in my life. I don't really blame my mom for this. I do blame my dad some. My mom was the one that was there for me, but I became her confidant in so many ways that I feel like even before, when I was too young to even remember, I think she confided in me about life, and I was her best friend. And as the oldest of 4 children, I carried that with me. And as a result, I grew up very quickly. I'm not saying I didn't have a great childhood. I have a lot of fond memories, but my childhood was rough. We grew up poor. My dad was an alcoholic. I went to 10 elementary schools. As a result, my kids all went to one elementary school, the same middle school, and the same high schools. Although they each chose, so far have chosen a different high school, although I have one in middle school still. Anyways, tangent. I'm very honest and open with my children and transparent in everything I feel like they need to know about my journey, but I also protect them from the unnecessary fear. They don't need to be afraid. They don't need to worry about me, because it doesn't change anything. It doesn't help anything. So, yeah. Try to be mindful. That's why I usually do these videos from my car, but it's a Wednesday evening, the eve of my scan, and I didn't find an opportunity today to record, even when I was outdoors today working in my mobile office in a most beautiful location, which I think at the end I'm going to throw in a pigeon video. Y'all have a fear of birds, and my boyfriend was feeding the pigeons today, and they were hopping in the van. He ended up closing one in the van. I was screaming. I'll post something at the end of this, a little Easter egg, if you will. Anyway, so I'm emotionally, mentally preparing myself for my scan tomorrow. And even though I am so optimistic about the treatments that I've been going through, okay, I've been doing the CDK4 inhibitor, Ibrance with letrozole, estrogen reducer blocker, the high dose IV vitamin C, which may or may not have gotten my kidneys in a little trouble, that I do know has been very, very effective. In that first 2 weeks I was getting the high dose vitamin C. My dog's hacking up over there, and not on the Ibrance. The tumor just shrunk and flattened out of my chest. I've spoken about this before. If you watch my videos, you've heard me talk about this. But to me, it's been a true testament to the power of IV vitamin C, along with the cancer pathway blocking, the J. McClellan protocol, which I feel like I've really been kneeling down. I haven't been perfect at it, but I feel like I've got those components in place: the fat, the glutamine, the glucose pathways. And the more I learn, the more I'm learning. I think there's more in the glutamine pathway that it could be blocking. So I'm going to keep exploring my options there. Scans create true scan anxiety, because I feel like even positive scans, everything is life-changing. I feel like a scan could be a life-changing pivot in your plan, whether it's good or bad. And my last scan gave me some serious PTSD. I mean, I've had many scans along the way. I think I've up to 20 plus scans at this point, all inclusive. And I fear the PET scans the most, because they check everything, head to thigh. If you've had PET scans, you know It's from head to thigh. And they look for everything that may light up. My last PET scan. Here's the things in question. Here's what we want resolved. Okay, and tomorrow. The two tumors in the chest, so the main chest wall tumor, this little teeny tiny little dot one that I barely feel right there. And this is the main one that grew up back up to 7 centimeters. After chemo, it got down to like 2 to 4 millimeters, grew to 7 centimeters. I still kind of feel it. My oncologist confirmed that she could barely feel it, but I kind of poked around and showed her where to find it. And she was like, okay, yep, there it is. And we're hoping for minimal uptake there, minimal. We're looking for complete resolution in the lymph nodes, the mediastinum. I think I maybe had 8 to 10 lymph nodes light up in the PET scan 3.5 months ago. I had a potential bone metastases to my L5, which is my lower spine. A potential, I think, left iliac wing hip bone metastases, and possible esophageal lung metastases. And I'm looking for those to be completely resolved. Absolutely completely resolved. I have had 0 pain in my L5, 0 pain in any of my iliac wings, my hips. And I am really looking forward to seeing those be completely resolved and give me newfound faith in my protocol, push through the Ibrance. I've just started my 4th cycle of Ibrance. Cycles are 21 days on, 1 week off. This last time I had 2 weeks off because of a little break in insurance. And what else? Because of how my chart works, the results are literally going to be available probably by the time I get home. Last time I had my chart results by the time I got home, and I didn't realize that there were PET scan results. The first time I've ever had PET scan results come in that quickly, but there's a new law that says as soon as the results are in, as soon as the doctor is read, as soon as you have test results of any kind, they literally go directly to your chart, which has been, I think, definitely pros and cons to that, right? For those who like to have complete control and knowledge of their healthcare regimen and what's going on. You don't have to wait for a doctor to give them results. It's amazingly powerful. You can go in, it's your body, your results, your tests. You can see exactly what's going on. But on the downside, there is no buffer between your tests and your doctor interpreting and being able to be the one to deliver those to you, because they can be often difficult to read and understand, and misinterpreted, create unnecessary fear and scare. And what's been happening now is that people are basically in the middle of their workday or life and doing their regular thing, and they find out, and maybe on their lunch break, that they have cancer, and so I think there definitely needs to be a balance there. So this last time I drove home and saw, you have a new test result. And I thought it was something else. I'm constantly getting my blood drawn and they're checking for things. So I'm like, oh, what's this test result that came in? And I opened it. It was my PET scan. And I couldn't stop myself from reading it. And I just caught my breath and saw the words bone metastases and lung metastases. And I broke out into a cold sweat, and I was shaking, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't have anybody with me, and I instantly called my boyfriend and was so relieved when he didn't answer, because I was like, no, I don't want him to have PTSD. I don't want to have him experience this pain and fear right now, especially just getting a call from me on the phone while he's driving or something. So it was one of the most surreal moments of my life. I instantly went in my house, and I don't know what, like a different part of my brain took over. Some sort of like survival mechanism, fight or flight, kicked in. I went to fight mode, and I went in my house, and I was just like, I started with my room, and I had a bag, and I was just like literally getting rid of stuff. I was like, I don't know if I was thinking, okay, that's it, my life is over. Focus on the things that are important. You better get rid of shit, because You don't got time, girl. So I don't know what, I wasn't thinking. I just started going through my clothes, my drawers, my closet. I was pulling things in a drawer. I was like, pulling things from my drawers in my closet into a bag. And I was like, don't need you, don't need you, don't need you. I started cleaning up and decluttering. And I did that for about an hour until I could catch my breath and finally get in touch with my boyfriend, who did not take the news very well. So tomorrow I will get my PET scan in the afternoon, and I expect to have results in the late afternoon. And I don't have an appointment because of my oncologist schedule. They worked really hard to match them up. See, I was matched up last week. I was supposed to get a PET scan. Next day, oncologist. My insurance approval was delayed, so I had to move the PET scan. But unfortunately, we couldn't match up the visit, so I don't see my oncologist until the 1st. So I have this 5-day window. I know I can't wait 5 days with results sitting in my chart. I know I'm not going to be able to, but I'm not sure I'm going to read them tomorrow afternoon. I have my kids tomorrow. I have my youngest son, my oldest son right now. My middle son is off on his great, amazing work trip where he's out at Mount Rainier, camping and hiking and cleaning up the trails. I'm so proud of him. I can't wait to see him tomorrow. And so I definitely don't want his homecoming to be this anything heavy. But at the same time, I might have some amazing, I think I definitely will have some amazing news to share with my children that we can celebrate. So that is the catch-22 there. You could go either way. So what do? Do you find out or do you wait? There's never quite a perfect moment, I've discovered. If you've gone through scans and for cancer, for anything else that, creates this anxiety and wait, share with me your tips and tricks and strategies and methods of coping, or just rant. Tell me how it's been, even if it's been just awful and horrible. There's no wrong way to feel, and there's no wrong way to be. And that's what I'm learning. And I'm finding more and more methods of coping. This book has been amazing. I think I shared with you guys, or maybe I shared in a comment about this book, Inward. I picked it up at a bookstore up in near Bellingham. It's a beautiful book of poetry. True power is living the realization that you are your own healer, hero, and leader. When I saw that, I was like, I need this book. So I'll open it and I'll just read. So this little paragraph says, there is no mystery to the miracle of self-healing. It is courage, commitment, and consistency that move us from misery to inner peace. Well, aren't those perfect words? So, yeah, there's no mystery to the miracle of self-healing. Courage, commitment, and consistency that move us from misery to inner peace. So I've learned that it is our thinking. The only thing that can cause us pain and suffering is our thinking. It's how we think about things. I learned this from Byron Katie. I would highly recommend the book Loving What Is. It may save your life I feel like it saved mine. So there's some really great, beautiful words in here. She believed that the damage to her mind and heart was permanent until she met wisdom, who taught her that no pain or wound is eternal, that all can be healed, and that love can grow even in the toughest parts of her being. You have walked through fire, survived floods, and triumphed over demons. Remember this the next time you doubt your own power. beautiful words to close out this video with. Take them into your heart, and I hope they serve you with whatever you need in this moment. Until next time, my lovelies, I hope to be sharing with you some amazing, beautiful news. All my love. What did I say? Get out of here! Oh, you're gonna get in my way! No, no. Oh, he's an instigator. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, 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 no. Good. It's up to no good. Dear Lord. Oh,
Ow.
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 You're gonna get pigeon.
Hey, ow, son of a... Hey, they're trying to eat my bracelet. No, that's not food.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
Ouch.
You're crazy, Morgan. You're crazy.
Ow.